Most welcome children once again to my grammar class. Now in today's class, our topic of discussion is modals. Now before we start our discussion, let us understand clearly what modals are or where modals come from. Now students, all of you surely remember we have discussed about verbs while we were doing voice change. Yes, verbs are the action words. Now these verbs can be classified into two kinds. Some verbs are called main verbs, and main verbs have three forms: the present form, the past form, and the past participle form. And we all know that there are thousands of main verbs. Now on the other hand, we have auxiliary verbs. Now auxiliary verbs are limited in number. In total, we have 24 auxiliary verbs. Now these auxiliary verbs may again be classified into two sections. Some auxiliary verbs are called primary auxiliaries, and there are 11 primary auxiliaries. What are they, students? Yes, am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had, and do, does, did. So there are 11 primary auxiliaries. And on the other hand, we have modals. How many modals, students? 13 modals, which I have already written down on the board. Let us read them out. Shall, should, can, could, may, might, will, would, ought to, used to, must, dare and need. Now students, of these 13 modals, the last two, that is dare and need, these two are considered to be semi-modals, and the first 11, that is from shall to must, these are called modals. So the first 11 modals, and then we have two semi-modals. Okay, now we are going to discuss the functions of each of the modals. Now all the modals may not be covered in one single class. So we shall discuss the modals one after another in each of the classes. Let us therefore continue with the modals. So students, the first modal which we have is can. The first modal which we are going to discuss is can. Let us now understand what purpose or purposes it serves, or what are the functions of the modal verb can. Now there are as many as three functions. It serves three purposes. The first of which is it is used to express ability, the ability of the subject in the sentence. Now here in this sentence, it is I can solve the problem. The subject is I. Now it shows that the subject is able enough. The subject has ability to solve the problem. So wherever we need to show ability, capability, we use the modal can. So here it says that the subject is able to solve the problem. So the first function is to express ability of the subject in the sentence. Look at the second sentence, students. He can swim. Once again, it is serving the same purpose. It shows that the subject of the sentence, that is he, the subject is able to swim. The subject is able to swim means the subject has the ability to swim, which others may not have, but this subject, he, the person, is able to swim. So the first function or the first purpose that the modal verb can shows or serves is that it shows ability. It is used to express the ability of the subject in the sentence. Now students, the second function of the modal verb can, or the second purpose that the modal can serves. Now can may sometimes be used to give or take permission. So students, while giving or taking permission, this modal can is sometimes used. Now let us go through the examples. You can leave the class now. What does it mean, students? Yes, the teacher thinks that the subject, that is the student, he or she may leave the class now. Means if he leaves the class now, there will be no problem. So the teacher is allowing the student to leave the class. It is the perfect time. So not before that. Now the teacher thinks if he or she leaves now, there will be no problem. So for giving a permission, this modal can may be used. Look at the second example. Here it is a kind of taking permission. Read the sentence, students. Can I borrow your book? Now it has been used to take permission. Can I borrow your book? The subject is asking if he is or if she is able to borrow someone's book. So for taking or for giving permission, sometimes this modal can may be used. So students, let us now understand the third function that the modal verb can has, or the third purpose that the modal verb can serves. Now sometimes the modal verb can may be used to make suggestion, to make a suggestion. Therefore, suggestions may sometimes be given or made with the help of the modal verb can. Let us now go through these two examples. Can we take another route? Now students, suppose that there are many routes and the subject of the sentence wants to take up a certain route. Therefore, the subject is suggesting, why not take up that route? So this is a kind of suggestion given by the subject. Now look at the second example. You can read this book also. Now suppose that there are many books which the listener is already reading. Now the subject of the sentence is suggesting that he or she may also read that book. One book is being given by the subject and the subject wants the listener to read that book also. So this is again a kind of suggestion given by the subject of the sentence. So these are the three functions that the modal verb can has. These are the three purposes served by the modal verb can. I hope all of you have understood the various uses of the modal verb can. We shall discuss another modal verb in the next class. See you all in the next class. Thank you so much.